Takže moji vítam v našej 10. epizódy. V našej 22. epizódy našej Let's Play série Hogwarts Legacy. Moje meno je Narty, toto je Dano a rovno pokračujeme hlavnej dievej úlohe, kedy máme ísť do tejto mapovej miestnosti, sa porozprávať s touto pani profesorkou a tým pádom asi začneme tretiu skúšku a tým pádom sa zase posunieme trošku hlavnej dievej línii.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Dobre, takže sme sa dozvedeli, že máme ísť do riaditeľne, čo bude asi trošku problém, ale hádam, to som chcel povedať, že či nám profesor Fig nepomôže s tým. Nemám to tu. A takto ešte raz by som sa chcel poďakovať za to, že tieto let's play pozeráte, že pozeráte tie shorty, že to lajkujete, že odoberáte. Už nám chýba len 14 ľudí do 100. Bol by som veľmi rád, keby takýto náš prvý spoločný milník, keby sme dosiahli čo najskôr, vám poviem tak, ako to je. Takže to by ma veľmi potešilo, keby dosiahneme 100 odberateľov. Takže ak poznáš niekoho, alebo ty to tu teraz pozráš, nemáš odber, veľmi ma poteší, keď si tam ten odber zaklikneš. A taktiež už viem, čo som chcel povedať. Taktiež dole v komentári máš odkaz na môj Instagramový účet, takisto na môj TikTok. Všetko máš v komentári, takže nezabudni ísť do komentárovej sekcie. Ja neviem, čo už dneska hovorím, do popisku, a v popisku máš aj link na môj Instagram, aj link na môj TikTok, takže nezabudni zanechať aj tam follow.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle, and I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's
OK,
house.
takže sme profesor Black. Pán riaditeľ Black. No a poďme robiť nejakú neplechu.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Ešte ako sme to zahrali, aby to každý počul, že...
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
že má vredy. Ako sme to proste, každý to musí vedieť, každý. Tak ale je to nepríjemný riaditeľ, no. Není to Dumbledore, alebo...
Where are your manners?
Headmaster, here, what could you want?
Čo chceš?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's. Has anyone...
Bože, to je úžasné. Si robiť takto z niekoho.
Professor.
Aj.
Professor Black. Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
Čo ako sme povedali, že poskytnem vám papier.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Tyk. Jak sme proste povedali, že tu máš ešte papier. Počkaj, ja neviem, kam mám ísť. Ja sa stratil. Kde je tá veľká miestnosť? Dobre, už mi to ukazuje. Sem se zatoulala. Pozor. Nemám tu... škoda, že teraz nemôžem používať. Každý by to poznal, lebo... Asi by nemal môj prútik.
Professor, I need to...
Aj.
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I am happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
Tiež uletený rozhovor.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig? I shall never understand that man.
No poď sem, škriatok.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter, Scrope. I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you.
Okay.
The polish
Takže
potion's wearing
teraz...
off. I best get out of sight.
Počkej, to on grgal? Rýchlo.
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right.
A sme Danko drevo.
Worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Tak to boli strašne halúzne rozhovory. Sme tomu podľa mňa profesorovi alebo riaditeľovi Blackovi narobili dosť veľké nepríjemnosti a problémy. A hlavne keď tam tá Kogová napíše na ministerstvo. Stále neviem, čo to je. Ani ja si už nebudem vedieť. Počkaj, keď už som tu, tak ja si toto spravím. Chýba mi maličko do 26. Ešte vonku bolo jedno. Dobre, späť sa mi už bežať nechce. Dobre, môžeme bežať do riaditeľne. Dobrovoľne ideme do riaditeľne. To sa nevždy stáva, že iba tak bez, nie že bezdôvodne, ale že proste dobrovoľne sa študent vybere do riaditeľne, aby získal nejaké information. Vážne, nemôžem sa teraz zabývať týmito vecami, aj keď by som veľmi chcel, ale proste potrebujeme sa v tom príbehu posúvať ďalej.
Revelio.
Max, vážne, tuto tieto vecičky, čo hneď sú tu. No, 26 plus 100 HP, easy.
Revelio.
Pomaličky, aby nás nikto nevidel, aj keď by tu riaditeľ nemal byť, lebo je s tým figom v prasinkách, ale človek nikdy nevie. Joj, tam sú všade truhly, nie, Narty, musíš dolať. Keď tak sa sem môžeš vrátiť po natáčaní.
The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password.
Dúfam, že to nemusím povedať, lebo ja som to zabudol.
Toujours pure.
Ešte, že som to vážne nemusel povedať, lebo ja neviem ani, čo to bolo. Tak, toto. Paráda. No a púme na poslednú skúšku, máme 20 minút, no... Dúfam, že to...
All the elite wizarding families have a motto.
Dúfam, že to stihnem, no.
Revelio.
Toto poberáme všetky tieto papiere. Ja, to je ten klobúk! To je trojka, no, tak to nič. Truhlička. Čo je toto?
Bombarda.
Podár. To je nič.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Has this been under the headmaster's nose all this time? That must be the pedestal. Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem.
Aha.
You must move swiftly and cautiously. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
OK. Takže musíme sa pohybovať tak, aby nás tieto smrťky nespozorovali a sme nejakej ríši Niach. Prútik tu máme na okrasu.
They're gone for now. I need to get out of here. Where could Neve be? I need to time this just right.
Rýchlo, 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 Dano. Bežíme.
I see a staircase straight ahead.
Tam tá smrťka musí ísť preč. Tak, presne, rýchlo. Trošku prije do krku, Dano. Do kroku, Dano. Tá smrčka vyzerá akože reálne strašidelné. Poď, pôjdeme po strechách. No, hora, pusti ma! Držala ma úplne.
I best move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Ale nechceš utekať, nie, Dano? Dobre, prešiel som.
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Oni sa podrú určite inám. Aj keď nemáme čas, tak nemôžeme to... Ja držím ten shift, ale ja mám predstavené, že on nejde rýchlejšie. Ja ho normálne znásilňujem prstom ten shift, ale on si proste povedal, že ne, však máme čas. Učekaj, Dano!
Nothing this way, but more danger. There must be a way to find you. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way.
Normálne mám myklo.
That door closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose.
To je ako bez srandy, normálne mám myklo z tej smrťky tam, ako vyletela z tých dverí. A... Choď tam. Nevidíš ma moja. Podano.
Now's my chance. That's the way forward.
To je plášť neviditeľnosti. Tajomný plášť, nie? To je plášť neviditeľnosti.
Can this be?
Áno.
I think I'm invisible.
Tak počkaj, teraz by ma smrčky nemali vidieť, lebo ako aj tedy nás Sebastian učil, že to kúzlo je vlastne, není dokonalé, ale je zadarmo, takže... Takže teraz ma nevidia ani smrť.
This is the way forward.
Aha.
Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
Toto je konečne taká iná skúška ako tie dve predtým.
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide. Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Mám takú teóriu, že toto je bazový prútik. Takže toto sú dary smrti teraz. Neviditeľný plášť, bazový prútik a ostávaš iba kameň oživenia. Ak tam bude aj ten kameň, tak moja teória je potvrdená a sú to dary smrti. No. Mám tam... Takže teraz budem so smrťou bojovať. Pred chvíľkou som sa skrýval a teraz je nakopem prdel. Abo vlastne smrťkám vlastne zatiaľ iba. Ja už som myslel, že teraz niečo príde veľké. Nice, prešli sme, takže tu budú... No konečne je to iné ako... Extrémne silný je ten prútik. Ešte? Stín smrti vlastne. Proste na jednom bombarda. Ty kokos. To je extrémne mocný prútik. Toto je určite bazový prútik. A ešte aj Dano hovoril, že vlastne cíti neuveriteľnú moc z neho. Takže určite, že to je bazový prútik. Mali sme plať neviditeľnosti, bazový prútik. Posledne bude asi kameň oživenia. Aj, boss fight so smrťou. Poď. Ty kokos. Dávaj. Paráda. Ako keby jeden nestačil inak. Ešte není až tak agresívny. Aňa. OK, mám ich. Ešte? Aha. Takže smrť sa len tak nezdá, no, čo som mohol čakať, nie? Au. Ty kokos! No nič. Dávame si gečko. Dali sme si tento poťák. Musel som. Troll smrti, dobre? Au. Na nič, druhý. Teraz veľmi sa sústredím, pardon, že nerozprávam, ale... Ma trafil. Nie, prečo? Dano! Mám všetkých, nie? Ty kokos. A tak to bol zatiaľ halúzny súboj. Zatiaľ sa tu dejú akože halúzne veci. Normálne 2 poťaky som musel použiť. To sa mi ešte tejto hre nestalo. Á, dostali sme sa sem. Takže posledný predveď by mal byť kameň oživenia. Som zvedavý, či to bude vážne tie dary smrti. Takže je to kameň oživenia, takže dary smrti. Táto profesorka bola vlastníkom všetkých darov smrti? Ty kokos. Iná riaditeľka, sa nečujem, že bola riaditeľkou, keď vlastnila všetky dary smrti. Iná táto. Iná čávica. Dáno s tým kameňom skšíšení, alebo kameňom oživenia. A keď neviem, koho by sme... Koho by sme mi oživili, keďže... Choď preč. Ideme asi oživiť profesorku, nie? Iné ma nenapadá. Vážne, iné ma nenapadá, koho by sme mohli oživiť. Som tam stál ako idol, lebo som nevedel, že sa môžem pohnúť.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Aha, takže nie je úplne oživená, iba pri živote. Alebo tak nejako. Poďme pozrieť jej pomienky.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
Aha. Múdro dňa. Dobre, no, potrebujem tú spomienku, máme 6 minút. No. Ja to nebudem odsudzovať. Ale konečne iná spomienka, úplne zaujímavejšia ako tie predchádzajúce.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Well, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw
it can...
what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
OK, takže videli sme práve, že tú bolesť, ktorú vie vybrať z tých ľudí, vie pohltiť a tým sa asi pravdepodobne posilní. Takže no, poďme sa ešte tuto porozprávať a tým by som to na dnes ukončil.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I was amazed to see that it seemed to give her some sort of power, and that she could harness it. But how?
I worry that you seem more intrigued than repulsed. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his fire whiskey.
Dobre moji, Takže, ale tu by som tú epizódu ukončil, takže ak sa vám páči, nebudem dať like, ak sa ti nepáčilo, daj kľudne dislike, nezabudni kliknúť na tlačítko odoberať a zakliknúť zvonček, takisto choď do popisku videa a sleduj ma na mojom Instagrame a TikToku. Moje meno bolo Narty a čaves.